How's it going, guys? Tyler Solberg with Solberg Performance Training, and today I want to talk to you guys about progressive overload. So I think it's really important when clients start training that, especially if they don't have a background in strength training, that they do what they can to build consistency initially and get their feet wet, right? This might be, when a client starts, they're going to want to learn the fundamentals of technique. They're going to want to get into the routine of scheduling their workouts throughout the week and getting consistent with just showing up to the gym. But after that, I think it's really important to let people know that if you continue to do the same thing, you'll continue to get the same result. I think that's an Albert Einstein quote is, essentially insanity is doing the same thing and, thinking you're going to get a different result. So the basic principle of progressive overload is that we must gradually increase difficulty over time to ensure that you make progress, right? And make sure that you don't plateau. When people talk about, I just can't lose any more weight, or I can't get any stronger, or, I can't build any more muscle and tone, things like that. The biggest thing that I ask them is, hey, are you being progressive in your workouts, right? Or are you showing up and picking a weight and doing the same weight over and over? Because that's likely why your body looks the same. The same thing works in nutrition. How you have to gradually, if you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to decrease body fat, how you have to bring your caloric content down over time and gradually and not too fast, right? That that it makes you ravenously hungry and it's unhealthy for you. You have to approach strength training much of the same way as if we're using a repetition range and we're using a weight, we need to gradually work on building up the weight over time that we use or the repetition count that we use. And I like to use those as the primary one for most people. You can obviously get into progressing movements, right, making them more difficult. You can get into the point of manipulating rest periods. There's a lot of different things that you can do with progressive overload. But I think for most people, the most important thing that you can talk to them about is just making sure that their workouts are progressed either from a repetition standpoint or from a load standpoint over time to ensure that they're making progress and they're not plateauing, right? You're going to manipulate your repetition count, month to month or every few weeks or so when you're working with clients. You just want to be able to make sure that they're making measurable progress. And then the only way to do that is by following the primary, the fundamentals of strength training, which is applying progressive overload. So I hope that's helpful. And I hope it kind of explains to the average person who's done a strength training routine for only a couple days and used the same weight and didn't really see any results. I hope that kind of explains why you hadn't seen, progress in the past because, if nothing changes, you won't either. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful, and hopefully you guys enjoy the little worksheet I made with this. I think it'd be really helpful for thinking about how you make progress over time.